Yeah. Alright. What's going on, Step Bros? Today we're gonna dive into this new game, Delta Force Hawk Ops. Yeah, I know that sounds super cringy to me at least, but you know, we're here, alas, right? So if you have been seeing all over TikTok, Reels, YouTube, that there's this new game, Delta Force Hawk Ops, that's supposed to be this Battlefield competitor, this Battlefield killer, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit fun, bro. I've been playing it like pretty much every time I turn on my PC, I have to play it, and I have not booted up Battlefield 42 in months, and I can't see myself doing it. Honestly, this game is really fun. It's giving me everything that I look for when I just hop into a Battlefield game. But it's, graphics are better because it's newer. The customization blows Battlefield out of the water. The actual gameplay, it doesn't feel as much better than Battlefield, but it's definitely not worse. So you're having this good time just like you're playing Battlefield. Well, we can't even lie. Like, with the fact that this game is free, EA, DICE, Battlefield, they are in trouble because there's only two game modes in this game right now. Something like attack and defend. It's kind of a rush type game mode, and a capture, which is your classic conquest type game mode. And Battlefield pretty much only has those two. Yeah, you know that there is team deathmatch and domination and stuff like that, but no one really plays those. And if you've been in Battlefield anytime recently, I lied earlier and I said a couple months. I actually played maybe 3 weeks ago. Every server is just flooded with bots. They're trying to make the game feel populated and like seem populated, but you don't get the satisfaction because you can just clearly tell you're mowing through bots. So when you join the game, it used to be pretty hard to get like a 100 kill game, but any Joe Schmo can load into Battlefield now and get a 100 kill game because there's only 8 real players and the other 50 players on the team are bots. So it kind of makes the game feel dead. And with this game being an alpha right now, you have to kind of ask permission or white wish list it to get in. It kind of FOMOs it, so everybody here is actual people. Everybody here is looking for what they lost in Battlefield, so you're actually getting a challenge, I'd say. So that's another reason I won't be going to Battlefield. If it's just too many bots. And as you can see here, the sniping, it feels so good. It's so punchy, and it's not one tap or one shot kill. You have to hit them in the head for the one shot, like I just got domed just then. But if you can line up your headshots, you're doming people like that. It's so satisfying, and it tells you the distance. It tells you all of that. I think later in the clip I hit a 400 something meter snipe. It's definitely my furthest snipe in the game so far. But the snipers feel great, the movement feels great, the rifles feel great, the customization. I'm gonna do a more in-depth video on the customization so I can show you guys the in and outs, but it's great. I run my main rifle you saw in the beginning. It runs with 2 lasers on either side, a tactical light on the top. I think it's like up to 11 slots or something like that. And then there's also the extraction mode, which has the same customization, but you don't carry your classes over. It's kind of like its own thing. And I'm gonna be doing in-depth video on the extraction. I want to kind of do its own thing because it's actually pretty fun, especially for the Tarkov people. I am not a Tarkov people, but I have friends that are Tarkov people, and they are looking for a way out because apparently something happened in the Tarkov space, a lot of pay-to-play activity, and they're looking for a way out. And this game is free, so I want to do that on its own so you guys can get a real idea. And this is just a quick little video with quick little thoughts, and I want to actually dive into the customization. There's a campaign mode. That's the only mode I have not touched yet, because one of the biggest blunders of Battlefield 2042 was that there's no campaign. Like, the Battlefield 3 campaign was really good. It was good. The Battlefield 4 campaign, at first I didn't think it was as good, but I played through it like 3 times and I really like it, bro. The first time I got to the end of the campaign, I was like emotional trying to decide who's gonna blow themselves up. Spoilers, I'm sorry. On the Battlefield 3 campaign, like, you already know, like, the transition into the next gen and modern war, like, that was great. And we had Call of Duty kind of making like a Michael Bay type situation, so we needed like a more serious console shooter, and Battlefield 3 did that, and then Battlefield 4 success did. And as you guys know, Battlefield kind of went back in time to the World War situation. You got Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. I think Battlefield 5 was like the last good Battlefield, because I played Battlefield 42 for I think something like 1,000 hours, because I'm a Battlefield fiend, but it wasn't good, and I really don't know how I did that. So I'm super excited that there's a new game that can itch that mass scale warfare itch that we all have. Sometimes we just want to go to war. Sometimes we just want to experience, you know, the chaos of it all. And I'm happy that there's a place now that it can kind of be facilitated. It is still an alpha. I am actually not sure when the actual game is coming out, but I know it's going to be on PC, mobile, console, Xbox, and PlayStation. I'm not sure about Switch and all that, but it looks good. It looks very promising, and I can tell you this, that when I got access to the game about 2 weeks ago, it had its issues. It has its stuttering, its frame drops, its audio cue drops, but the last couple updates I used to have this issue all the time when things got too hectic, a lot of shots, a lot of explosions. The screen would freeze, but you could still hear the whole game. That has not happened in the last week, honestly. And I haven't had any issues when I go into the extraction where it's like so lagged behind that my team gets in the game and they're off, already solving the problems, already doing the challenge and stuff. So that's good that it's rare that you can actively see the positive changes in a game that's in alpha, because a lot of the alphas I play, it kind of just stays the same. It launches, has all the day one issues you could have predicted from playing the alpha, and then they build from there. This game is actually making strides, and it's definitely one to watch. So I'm definitely going to be making more content on this. I stream pretty much every day on TikTok Live and on Twitch. Links will be in the description. And if you want to come hang out with me, if you have access, because none of my friends have access yet, if you want to play with me, make sure you hit me in the comments below. I don't know, but I appreciate you guys for hanging out and listening to my first video. Definitely many more to come, and an explanation as to why I took a 5-year break from YouTube. Anyway, thanks for listening, and goodbye.